Hello? Hello?
You just gotta wait a second.
Yeah, we're here. Just a second.
I just didn't hear no one. I'm sorry.
All right, we'll take up file 2023-58926. This is the matter of Austin Sicard and Tessie Powers. Both are here, it looks like, via Zoom. Ms. Powers, is that you?
Yes, it is.
And Mr. Sicard, I saw you for a bit. Now you're gone. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, all right. And then Ms. Korndike is here. Ms. Korndike, who do you represent?
I represent Mr. Sicard. We just got retained on Friday, so I haven't had a chance to do an appearance yet.
All right. All right, and this is the date and time set for a hearing on Mr. Sicard's motion. He filed that on his own before he hired counsel. I guess, Ms. Korndike, do you want to explain what's being requested and why today?
Yes, Your Honor. My client also filed a summons and complaint to go along with this. Essentially, the parties are no longer in a romantic relationship and there is a child involved. So my client is requesting some temporary custody orders to be put in place at this time until the case can be resolved. Because at this point, since the parties are no longer together, there's no agreement on custody and parenting.
All right.
May I speak yet?
Sure, go ahead.
Can I speak?
Yes, go ahead.
I did not get this paperwork until Thursday, and my lawyer is not back until Mr. Guerrier is not back until Monday, and he told me to ask for it to be adjourned until he gets back.
So you hired Mr. Greer?
Yes, I did, and he is on vacation, as you know, until Monday, the 8th, and I'm to see him.
I don't know that he's on vacation. I mean, I'll take your word for it, I guess, but.
His lawyer or his office just told me to tell you that.
Oh, okay.
Your Honor, if I may, I will, for the record, state this, that my client did file this on his own. I also agree that there's probably not proper service here. He did not serve under the timelines, and he understands that because we talked about that.
Oh,
so I do believe that she is entitled to an adjournment with this case. I don't know about Mr. Greer being on vacation, but definitely not proper notice.
all right. I don't mind adjourning this a week. I mean, but before I do that.
Can I ask a question?
Well, hold on. Before I do that, though, I guess I want to know what's happening with the child at this point.
My son is with me. We had a domestic violence. My 9-year-old watched him punch me in the face and rip me around by my hair. My son got hit in the head with the car door. There's an open CPS case against him right now because of it. I do not feel comfortable with him going with him until after everything is actually said and done.
All right, Skorndike, what'd your client want to say?
He can speak freely, Your Honor.
What'd you want to say, sir?
Well, as far as the CPS case, I was already cleared by Jason, the CPS worker. He said that I am more than capable of being around my son. He has no fear for my son's safety if I'm around. It's been almost a month already. I haven't been able to see my boy, and it's time. I mean, if we adjourn it, I'm okay with it, but I would like to have some kind of visitation. I would like to be able to physically see my son, see that he is okay. I have not gotten a single update or anything. And I would like to know, that he's okay. I would like to hold my son and see him. I've been in his life this whole time, and now
He's
all of
not
a
your
sudden
son.
he's ripped away from me.
What'd you say, ma'am?
He is not his real father. With Mr. Greer, we are trying to get him off my son's birth certificate. His real father is willing to be on his birth certificate. That is what's going down. He is not his real father.
So how was paternity established?
It was never established. I let him sign the birth certificate.
Well,
Because
that establishes paternity.
Well, Mr. Greer said that we might be able to fight that because his real father is willing to take a DNA test.
So so did you know at the time that he wasn't the father?
He knew. He was in jail when I got pregnant. He even knew it wasn't his son.
So you both signed that paperwork, knowing at the time that it was false?
Yes.
The
You
biological father
signed
wanted
that under,
nothing
you
to
signed
do-
that under oath. That's a form of perjury, which is a felony if you sign that paperwork, knowing that it's false.
Well, then I guess I'll have to deal with that. I did what I did, and I need to make things right for my son.
I mean, I'm not a cop. I don't monitor that stuff. I'm just telling you that it's potentially a felonious act to sign those documents under oath, knowing that it's false. So, I don't know. How old's the child right now?
He's perfect.
I didn't
In
ask.
every
I said,
which
how
way.
old is? I said, how old is he?
Oh, he's a year and a month. He turned a year on the 8th. The day before the assault happened.
Uh-huh. And then, were you guys together for most or all of that year?
Yes.
I've been in my son's life since before he was even born. I have taken care of him every day since he was born. That is my son. I named him. I raised him. He is mine.
You haven't had any parenting time for a month now?
No, she's neglected it because we have no contact. And then after I was cleared by the CPS worker on a Friday, it was
I have not
set
been
up
aware
that
of that.
my stepmom and my dad were supposed to go meet up with Tessie to pick him up for a couple hours so I could see him. And she bailed because she says that I was going to steal him and not give him back. And that's not the case. I just want to be able to physically see, love, and play with my son. That is it.
So why is there a no contact order?
Because of the domestic
be-
violence.
Is that no contact order put in place by a district court order, a bond
Yes,
condition?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor, Judge Drake.
So you're facing some criminal charges then?
Well, I'm gonna be doing 6 months probation, and then after the 6 months, it's gonna be dropped.
6 months probation, so you've been found or pled guilty to some crime?
No, that's in a month. That'll be in a month when I go back to court.
Your Honor, our office represents him on the criminal case too. He was given the offer of 7694A, the diversionary statute, that if he completes everything he needs to do, it's not going to be on his record. It's my understanding, Mark represents him on that case, but it's my understanding that he is going to accept that offer.
All right, so Ms. Powers was not inaccurate when she said that there was a domestic violence?
There was definitely an argument. I think that my client is taking the offer because it's a good offer. If he stays out of trouble, he's going to be pleading no contest to that. So we're not necessarily stating that all of the allegations that are in the police report are true, but enough to sustain the plea.
All right, Well, at this point, due to the fact Ms. Powers is requesting adjournment to have counsel and the fact that she likely wasn't properly served. I don't have a proof of service in the file, so I don't know what day it was mailed out, but Ms. Thorndike has indicated her client would agree that service was not proper. I'm going to adjourn the matter. There would be no interim order at this point because of the lack of service more than anything. Like I said, I can put this on a week from today if that works for everybody. Ms. Powers, is your attorney gonna be back in a week?
He will be back on Monday on the 8th.
Okay,
Actually, Your Honor, Mr. Greer has a social security hearing that day. I'm covering for him on other matters, so he will not be available on Monday.
nothing.
They called me and rescheduled for the 8th. So I had an appointment with him on the 9th, and they called and said that he was going to be back on the 8th and he could see me.
He can see in the morning, but in the afternoon, he's going to be in a social security hearing. I just talked to his office this morning.
Oh, I got it. I got any time that day, so I can put it on in the morning.
I am actually out of the office in the morning that day, unfortunately.
What day is John actually gonna be back, do you know? I got time on Friday, this Friday.
As far as I know, he said the 8th is the day he was going to be back.
Okay, so. May 12th, that Friday, I got any time in the morning.
I'm available, Your Honor.
All right, let's put it on 9 o'clock on May 12th. I'll see you guys back here then.
Okay, and then I have something to discuss with you just briefly about the other case for this afternoon.
Oh, a different case? All right.
Yeah.
So, folks, you'll get an order in the mail adjourning this until May 12th at 9 a.m. All right?
All right.
All right. We're all
Thank you.
set for today on this. Yep.